It will take an intentional relationship with God for you to be able to differentiate when it is you who want a particular thing and when it is God that is telling you that this is what I want to happen in your life. It will take an intimate walk with God. And this is not, we just finished talking about the gifts of the Spirit, and I talked about the gift of discerning of spirits. And I told you that the gift of discerning of spirits is different from discernment. Discernment happens as a result of an intimate walk. As you grow in God, as you grow in the Word of God, discernment is automatic. When you have discernment, it's not as if you are being suspicious. You actually want to believe what everybody is saying. And that's what makes it powerful. You truly want to believe people. But as your discernment gets stronger, you will find out that sometimes when somebody comes to you and is telling you a lie, something in you. And the best way to say that is a way that the average man will not understand. Is a knowing that you know, but you don't know how you know. So how did you know about it? You don't know. You just know. And sometimes the difference between life and death can just be that knowing. As simple as it is. That you are just walking somewhere and you are hungry. You are so hungry and you want to buy something to eat. It's not like you are fasting that day and you have seen what you want to buy. Maybe you have just been craving all kinds of things. Then you are now walking on the road. You now hear, Okpa, Okpa lele, Okpa. And then you now look at the tray that the woman is carrying. You look at it and you see how the leader is sweating and is swollen. You know that this is hot. You have calculated how 3 of them, just 3 with 1 water will help you to go to where you are going to. And just when you are going to buy it, you can't tell. Something in you just say, leave it. How many of you have had that kind of experience before? You see, if you would allow God to teach you like that, his path, and you keep following him like that, after a period of time, you would realize that he has built you well enough to be able to decipher. Even if the devil comes as an angel of light, you'll be able to pick him. Sometimes when those things come to you at the beginning, it's not coming to you it's not as if that okpa is poisoned. Sometimes God just wants to teach you how to follow his leading. You can go to a restaurant, you go to buy food, you have even paid for the food. And they bring the food and I know that this one will not be a common thing for a lot of us, because even if you hear a voice that time, you will see we'll try next time. You can pay for the food and they've served you the food and you are sitting down with the food, looking at it with your spoon and tray and plate and everything and a bottle of juice. And while you are looking at it, that knowing may just come and say, this food that you want to eat, it's not for you. What do you mean it's not for me? I should buy another one? No. Give it to somebody else. That guy that is coming, just give it. And if there's nobody to give, say stand up and walk away. But I've paid. And it's 5K I paid. And you are the Lord that doesn't like waste. Because in my last class with you, you taught me that waste is not good. So what are you trying to tell me? Leave it and walk away. How do you think? You see, it is this knowing, please follow me. It is this knowing that was what saved Isaac from death. It is this knowing. If Abraham had not built his relationship and his senses well enough before he got to that point, he would have killed Isaac on the account of the first word he heard. Because it was God who told him to take Isaac to the place and go and offer him. So imagine that after God said that to Abraham, Abraham carried Isaac and Abraham turned off his signal. He went offline. Just imagine that. You know, somebody can send you now and say, okay, please, I need you to take something and go and give somebody in town. And then before you leave your house and you go, your phone now dies. And then the person is now trying to call you back and say, oh boy, don't go to town again. Oh, I just heard that shite and police are clashing and they are shooting guns upside. And they are dialing your number, but it's not going. By that time, you have already polished shoe. You have already entered keke, going to town. So just imagine that Abraham had received an instruction from God, and when he received that instruction, he had turned off his phone. And you know what I mean by his phone? His signal is shut down. He's not hearing anything God say again. Obey the last command. And so he carries Isaac and goes, and he gets to the place, and he lays Isaac down, and then he carries the sword. So even if God is shouting, Abraham, Abraham, don't do it, it's too late. what made that possible for Abraham was that when God was going to take Abraham out of his father's house, okay, God just gave him an instruction and said, leave your father's house to a land that I will show you. Excuse me, if you are telling me to leave my father's house, tell me where I'm going to. And that's the reason why a lot of us have not even begun to follow God yet, because yes, we know that God is saying we should leave a particular location, but we don't know where he's saying we should go to. And he's saying, I want you to just leave that thing and walk away. And you're saying, okay, you want me to leave this one? Show me where you are taking me to. It's logical. There's nothing wrong with that in itself, because we are humans. But then when God is now intentional about not telling you what he wants you to do, it means that he wants to build trust with you. It will now mean that Abraham leaving his father's house will have to be in tune every time, because for every junction he gets to, God will have to tell him if he needs to take a bend or if he should go straight.